Hey guys, what's going on? Druzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video, and happy 1 year anniversary to South Park Phone Destroyer. Today is exactly the 1 year anniversary when the game launched globally, so it was the first time I got to play it, as well as pretty much everybody else that wasn't in certain parts of Europe when the game was in its beta soft test phase. But a new card has been secretly added to the game today. Red Links did not announce this till just a little while ago. Satan has been added to the game, a 6 energy cost neutral legendary range card. So 999 health on this card, 33 damage on his base 1 stat, and he does 225 for his war cry, which is damaging surrounding enemies and allies with hellfire. So the key aspect of this war cry is it damages your friendly units as well as all of their units in the surrounding area. I don't know the range on the Warcry damage. Well, it's 2.5 apparently. 2.5 is his range for his attack. I do not know his range for his ability. I would assume it would be the entire field, is my assumption, but we're going to have to find out when we play him in some matches here in friendly battles to test him out for the first time. He does also, we do know his level 3 stats as well. I will tell you that real quick. His max level 3 stats are 82 attack, 2,469 health, and his Warcry does 584 damage. So, pretty insane amount of health that he has for a level 6 range unit. Now, again, we can have cards that will cancel him out in one ability with Unholy Combustion, things like that. With the rampant amount of use of mystical cards within the game, or seeing Transmogrify with fantasy players, he's going to be pretty easy to cancel out. I mean, he does have an insane amount of health, so if somebody doesn't have that kind of cancel, he could be used. Again, if somebody wants to resurrect with, a lot of people suggested that they think that Mystical will be the best theme to pair him with. But again, because he's a neutral card, he can technically be paired with anything. I don't know if it's going to be best to put him behind a tank, even though 225 damage, in retrospect, at least at level 1, isn't going to do enough damage to take a tank out. It might take out a couple fighter cards or take out any other ranged cards that are on the field, and probably any swarm units as well. So it'll be interesting to see what people utilize with Satan. He will just be an interesting card and a relatively intriguing card that's been added to the game in all honesty, because he's just so unique. Also, the big thing is this is the news telling us that he is now here as far as Satan is concerned. The anniversary week is coming all of next week, in which they will have rewards, gifts, offers from the best events from the past year. Earn double the amount of PvP tickets from all PvP packs earned during this weekend. So this weekend we get double the PvP tickets and packs amount from all their packs and things like that. Start saving up PvP tickets for next week. I assume that means that there are things to buy next week involving PvP tickets. New cards for everyone. Imp Tweak, Youth Pastor Craig, Terrence and Phillip, and Ink and Craig are now available everywhere. So now they are available in free packs and main shop packs, which they were not up until today. And then for Priest Maxi and for Witch Garrison, they're available in PvP packs and PvP lockers now as of today as well. There is a big offer to get Satan if that is something that you guys are interested in doing. And for the first time that I've seen, at least in the game, you get a guaranteed copy after so many times purchasing these packs. Now, granted, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to get these packs. To get 3 of them is going to cost you more than $50, unfortunately. But you could get a guaranteed legendary card if that's something that you're really interested in. The chance to get him on the first try is 31% to get him in one of the packs that you open. 2,200 cash. You get 12 guaranteed rares, 6 guaranteed epics, 31% chance at legendary. You get, I think, 20 bronze, 20 silver, and 10 gold mats, which I assume would be neutral. That's my assumption. And then you get 70 total cards in the pack as well. You can buy it 10 times. So you'd have a guaranteed chance to get, 3 Satans to get him to at least level 3? If that's something that you guys are really wanting to do. But again, that's a lot of money. And that's not something I'm going to be doing, that's for sure. So, but there you go. That is that. And then lastly, it is a card event for this weekend's event. Fireball, Outlaw Tweak, Program Stand, Gunslinger Kyle, Paladin Butters, Zen Cartman's, Man Bear Pig, and Calamity Hottie. So interesting that Adventure gets the love this go around. There are 5 cards from Adventure, I believe. 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cards from Adventure, and then 1 from every other theme, including neutral. You get a Man Bear Pig, because Man Bear Pig was in the most recent episode that was on Phone Destroyer, which was also why Satan is brought in here, as you can see, because Al Gore is in the background with the kids and Satan in the library reading. if you didn't watch that episode, it was actually pretty funny. At least I thought so. So, yeah. Let's just jump into some friendly battles, guys. That's what you guys want to see here. And see Satan in action and see what we can do with him. Alright, Mr. Ninth Army is the first opponent that we're going to be playing today with Satan. And, of course, we actually get Satan in the very beginning. So, his base stats do not go up because he's base level 1 when you play him in friendly battles. So that's what he looks like. So, I'm going to actually wait. Let him get a few units on the field. And then I'm actually going to call Satan in right away and see how he does. But hopefully he gets a couple units out here. He's just being a little slow with it. Okay, so it looks like it's a small area. Alright, so Satan's on the field. I'm going to get Zen Carmen out in front. Now I'm going to get Bounty Hunter Kyle up top. Let's see if he can help Satan be very strong. So Satan also, as a range card, he has such small range. Look at how close he has to get with other cards in front of him and things like that. That's interesting. It was cool how he disappeared though. His animation and whatnot was very interesting. As far as a card though, I don't know. Very short range for a legendary card. High unit cost. It doesn't look like a ton of value to start with. Also very interesting. I also don't really know. I put Pope Timmy in here basically to revive him back up, but doesn't look like that's useful for me at the current moment, so we're going to just stay away from that. Also, very difficult dealing with this push that Ninth Army has established, which has been pretty solid for him so far. Looks like he's going to take a bar from me. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think of Satan? So far, not extremely impressed, personally, but, you know, it's a new card. It just takes some getting used to. It is very interesting to see that he does the Hellfire in such a small area. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a much larger area as far as the Warcry ability was concerned, but maybe that's a good thing that it's not in such a big area. So, I don't know. Interesting nonetheless. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get him out a second time, though. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. Here, if we can get him out a second time. It's also very weird seeing Terrence and Philip die so fast. I was just so used to seeing those cards be used in the last challenge mode. It's a good game by Ninth Army and well played. So only got Satan out there the one time. So it looks like you could just put Satan back there in the back, have a decent push in front of him, and he'd probably do just fine. So that was interesting to see that his range is just so minute in that actual fight. So I don't know what's the best way to play him. I know I had a lot of range cards in this deck, which is probably not ideal and not the best way to go about it. Let's change it up a little bit. I think I'm going to take Pope Timmy out just because in reality I don't think you're going to see him more than once and be an actual value to you. So we'll take Pope Timmy out of there and try something else. Part of me wants to pair him up with something like Father Maxi, but I think that's just going to be way too much energy cost for me to actually get much value out of him. So let's try a little bit different strategy here with this and see how this does instead. And again, what do you guys think? Or not really again, but what do you guys think as far as suggestions that you have with Satan? Like, what do you think would be best to pair with him? What tanks, what other cards do you think could synergize the best with Satan as a, you know, to give him the most value for you during a push, during a strat, things like that. So he has an insane amount of health, low range, not much damage. So it looks like the best way to kind of do it is kind of to boost him. So maybe something with, you know, Ninju Kyle, if you have Ninju to level 3 or higher, and then or possibly Bounty Hunter Kyle. I thought Bounty Hunter Kyle would be a solid choice to kind of boost his damage, make him a little bit more useful. His attack speed seems to be pretty low, so there's definitely some cons to him as a card. He doesn't look extremely overpowered in the beginning. He does have an insane amount of health, though, so it'll be interesting to see where we kind of go with him. I did now notice now that I have 2 Jimmies. That's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so let's get this out here. And I'm actually going to hold off on Satan for right now. Try something a little bit different here. Get Terrence and Phillip out here. Get Bounty Hunter Kyle out here. That's going to poison Jimmy. Unfortunately, that's not really going to help me. We've got Choir Boy in there pretty deep. Bounty Hunter Kyle is still out of zap range, unfortunately. And the energy could not come fast enough. Let's test him out against as many people as possible there. So there we go. Takes Bounty Hunter Kyle out. Does good damage to Dog Poo. He's helped dealing with Zen. Zen's going to take that poison. Here we got Hermes. Well, had Hermes for a second there. Again, I like Satan's animations, but that's really about all of his value, is just the how unique his animations are, which is definitely not enough for a card to be of value if that's all you're looking at. It's just that specific point and emphasis in a card. So we'll see how well he does at the higher levels and whatnot. Got a chance to get Satan back out here. Unfortunately, didn't wait till Hermes Kenny was within range. And Satan's going to take that poison, unfortunately. Satan's going to go down again. Just too many units here for Mr. Ninth Army. If I had a wipe or a more ability to do damage, I probably should have waited on Satan there to summon him a little bit later than I did. It would have been able to do damage to Bounty Hunter Kyle and Hermes Kenny, but again, it's just about trying to figure out how to use the card. So who knows, guys? I don't know what the best route to go is with Satan. He's a unique card for sure. Has a ton of health, not so much damage, not very fast attack speed, high energy cost, and a very interesting war cry, and pretty interesting death animations, in all honesty. But that's about it for today's episode with Satan. So what do you guys think of the card? What is your guys' best suggestions for strategies with him, for those that maybe get him and then want to try him out for, for future content for themselves and or future gameplay for themselves. What do you guys think of the first year of South Park Phone Destroyer? What are your thoughts? Happy anniversary to everyone. I will do a full breakdown of my thoughts of the first year of South Park Phone Destroyer in a video later next week during the 1 week anniversary stretch. I was trying to get it out for today, but there were some other things that came up, so I will work on that probably some this weekend, and then try to have it for you early next week on the channel here. My thoughts, at least, and just some of the things that I take away from the first year of South Park Phone Destroyer. Hopefully many more years to come with the great community that is a part of this game and whatnot, and the support that I have had here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for all of that, and until next time, guys, my name is Druzy,